Welcome to the channel. Adrian Nelson here, and this is your reading for the month of September. So it's a general reading. Oh, let me just fix this angle. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. That's so much better. I want you to have a nice view of everything that's happening. So Adrian Nelson here. Welcome to the channel. This is your general reading for the month of September. Okay, you might have my voice sort of fluctuating a little bit as I do this, and I do apologize. I don't have AirPods and I'm not wearing earphones because just now I have the whole thing toppling over because I get very into my readings when I do them. Please remember this is a general reading. It's for the month of September. So it's for sun, moon, rising, ascending. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. Or you just have strong Scorpio in your chart. What I want to encourage you is that if ever you look at tarot, and it's not your zodiac sign, maybe it's the person that you are dealing with, always do so from good intentions, you know. I always say that it's better to focus on your own energy, and there's a link in the description that also explains to you, or you can click on it and you put in your information. It gives you quite a lot of information about your energy and your natal chart. Because the thing is, oh, this is why this, because that light is on. Sorry, let me put on another light. That's better. That's not so harsh on the eyes, right? I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Sorry about that. So normally I don't do lives. Normally I do live on Facebook or Instagram, and there's links for that at the bottom. But I've ran into some PC troubles today. But I think I actually like this live thing because I just did a little while ago, earlier today, I did the cancer reading. And I actually really, really enjoyed that, doing it live. It feels like I can just sort of just roll with the reading, and I really like to do it. It's got a very personal reading sort of feel to it, which I really, really quite like. Okay. But as I was saying, it's always best for you to focus on your energy, because when your energy is balanced, then everything else actually just works out. All right. So I just want to show you what I have for cards and what we're going to use, and it's myself along with the collective consciousness that I channel, and they call themselves Smile, introduced themselves to me a couple of years ago. So we're going to first look at what are some of the things that you are doing well. All right. What are the things that you're already doing well, that you're already excelling at? We're first going to focus on those things. Maybe see what good message the universe has for you for the month of September, because this is a general reading for September, life and love and career and health and all those type of things. But do remember that it's general. So please take it as it resonates, and also don't try to sort of form a story around. If there's a story, it's fantastic. If there's not a story, then there's not a story, Then you can maybe consider having like a personal reading with me, for example. My email address is in the description. You can send me a message. I do that, regression, hypnosis, and distance crystal Reiki. I'll speak about that more towards the end of the reading and maybe in between the reading. We're also going to look at what guidance the universe has there for you for the month coming up, and maybe even for right now. Then we're going to look at your tarot, your current space, your the influence from the past, from the recent past, from your past, from your lineage, from your subconscious, all those things, which direction the energy is heading. We're going to clarify that. Maybe looks at some hopes, fears, some obstacles, some potholes, some things that can, some nasty things that can pop up for you. We're going to look at what those are. And then at the end of the reading, Scorpio or cross-watcher, there's going to be the opportunity for you to ask 3 questions. And those can be any 3 questions, really. I'm going to draw cards, 3 cards for those. So it's a nice, full, jam-packed reading. So let's get started, because I'm going to look at everything for you. All right. So we're going to start off and see what is a good message that the universe has for you for September. We like to start things off a little bit more positively. I mean, the world gives us more than enough things, I think, to be unhappy about and to doubt ourselves. We don't need to have that. Oops, okay, so that card fell right out, and that is the 2 of Air, which is the 2 of Swords. Okay. Maybe having a slight bit of a feeling here, like being on a, on a 2-edged sword here, Scorpio, with the 2 of Air, with the 2 of Swords. But there's also a sense of freedom that is happening here for you. I feel that it's almost like you are dancing, driving yourself out of the drama, or through the drama, where I feel there's a sense here that for many of you, that maybe things are not going as wonderful in your life as you would like them to go. As you would prefer things to go for you in life. Maybe there's some challenges and there's some things that feel like they're weighing you down. But I almost feel like you're in a space where you're tired of the same old stuff weighing you down. You're tired of the same old sort of energy, experiences, people. I feel that for some of you, you are tired of sort of having to repeat yourself, having to sort of have that same talk maybe with the same person over and over and over. There's a sense of like, I don't think I'm going to do this. Why should I even do this to start with? All right. But sorry, so what I also wanted to say here for you, so that's only half the message I wanted to give you. But what I also sense is that you are almost like when you think of a plant, those very resilient plants, say maybe something like ivy, for example. Ivy's going to find a way, it's going to get something to grow up against, to attach against, whether it's a wall or a pole or another tree and there's that sense of finding a way through the difficulty, finding a way through the pain, finding a way through the conflict and the contradiction and all of those sort of things, which is, I think it's fantastic. I think it's really, really fantastic. All right. Let's see, what do we have for you for guidance for your month for September, Scorpios? Let's see what we have for Scorpio, please, for the month of September. Especially for those of you that are maybe dealing with a Virgo, or you've got strong Virgo in your chart, And I think sometimes when it's the birthday month of an energy, it's always good to maybe look at that reading in any case for that energy, because, that energy itself is quite predominant during that specific period, because that is sort of like where the predominant energy of the sun is at the moment. And obviously right now it went into Virgo with Virgo season. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. All right. I mean, look at that. Isn't that really fantastic? Remember I was saying that you're reaching up for more and reaching up for higher, and sort of really getting to understand your own value and your own worth, and and there's a whole new there's a dream there for you, something that you had that you see you're reaching up there. It's like your energy is reaching up, like you ascending towards that greater, that truer sort of value of yourself, what you yourself always knew and understood, is your value and is your worth. Maybe there were some challenges around that, but there's a dream that's coming true here for you. There's a sense of strength here. There's a sense of magic here that's happening for you, Scorpio. But also there are other dreams that are actually coming about. So this feeling that you are having, that something amazing is coming your way and that something amazing is heading your way, and you may not quite know exactly what it is, but there's a sense here, Scorpio, of almost like, I'm trying to find the right words, almost like when we become a little bit eccentric because we can feel that something is coming our way. We feel that there are things that are leaving and going. And the reason why they're going is because we understand that we're somehow ascending. And we may not have all the details exactly for how everything is going to come about. But this I can tell you for a fact. September should be a very, very prosperous month for you, because you've sort of paid your dues, Scorpio. You've sort of, done what you need, or, did what you needed to do, for your part of the energy that needed to be served, whatever that energy may be. Let's look at your tarot and let's actually see what we have coming up, okay? So, gave all of these a very nice shuffle, but I like to just give them another shuffle, just to make sure the energy is flowing optimally for you, because, oops, I only want what's best for you, only the best for you, and nothing less than this. There we go. One more. Okay. A little bit of conflict, a little bit of contradiction there. For Scorpio, please, month of September, whenever they see it is the right time. What do they need to know? There we go. Alrighty. So things might have been a little bit hot there for you, Scorpio, in the recent past. More challenging than you maybe needed it to be. bit of distinguishing and decision making here for you in the current space. It's amazing here with the energy coming towards you. There's quite a lot of similarities here to what we had for Cancer. I'll tell you now what I'm going to speak about. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Two of Wands. You are in a position to start thinking of maybe expanding. All right, so conditions is favorable for that. Let's look at this. So in your recent past, you had the Two of Wands, and there is that space where, as we just said, that it could be favorable for expansion, for bigger things in your life, for bigger unfoldings. There's a sense here of looking outwards, looking towards, focusing towards, contemplating between, should this be what I'm doing, or should I maybe be open to something different? Is there something different that I can do, or that I should do, or that's maybe better for me to do? And I feel that for many of you, you are very keen on going, but you're also pro staying, even though you want to be going. So it's a little bit of a conflict that's going on over there. So in your energy that we have, we've got the Nine of Wands, then we've got the Nine of Swords, which you can obviously see, the Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so quite a bit of a challenge there. Something happened over there. There's a very grievous sense of loss there that might have taken place in your recent past. I do feel that you dodged a bullet somehow. I don't know if you physically dodged a bullet, but it does feel that way almost. Something needed to go in order to make space for something else to bring you to this energy. Okay, we're going to look into this more when we clarify. And then in your current space, you can see this, so that's fantastic. There's the Seven of Cups, there's the Hierophant, and then there's the Two of Pentacles. And then this is what I was speaking about with the Cancer reading. This card was in the middle of the current space for Cancer, but now you've got it in the energy coming towards you. So the World, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Cups. All right. So when I look at this, Scorpio, this is a space where there has been loss in the past. There has been hurt. There has been pain. There has been heartache. There's been definite heartbreak over here. There's no two ways about that. All right. But there's also like a sense of reconciliation, you can almost call it. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting. So that's what I'm going to share with you. And this is sort of like a space where it's almost like a breakthrough that was required. So there may have been a loss, and quite a painful loss, and you may have felt like, oh my goodness, this is got to be the end. Like this must be the end. There's no way that this can't be the end. So I feel that there was that sense, but then somehow you found sort of balance, in this space over here. So these are maybe some tears that you needed to cry, and maybe that you needed to have cried for quite a long while, and sometimes what we do, we try to be so strong for our partners and ourselves and our job and our family and, our kids or our parents or whatever the case may be. And our friends especially, that one really catches us sometimes. But then there is sometimes how we keep ourselves in a cycle that doesn't serve us well, And it doesn't mean that those friends are bad people, but it could sometimes be that, say, maybe if you kind of think of the path of ascension, you could maybe be further along the path than somebody else. And then, there's this little bit of like a conflict of energy basically that's taking place. Okay, so there was a bit of a reset that was required there for you, Scorpio. So if there has been a significant loss where I'm just going to move this back slightly, sorry about that. Thank you so much. If there was that really significant loss, which was just not groovy, even in the slightest, then know that needed to happen to rebalance your energy, almost to help you see things clearly, because it set you up for a divine intervention. And for many of you, this can mean new love, physical new love with another person, maybe another, I don't know, office, home, car, that sort of thing. And I feel a financial breakthrough for you as well, Scorpio, which doesn't, surprise me, because with the Two of Swords over there, the Two of Air, there is a sense of having already arrived, but not always being so aware of the fact that you have already arrived. It's a bit of a contrived energy there sometimes with the Two of Swords, the Two of Air, but also reaching your destination with your light shining through and shining through really, really brightly. Okay. So there is the emotional realignment that took place there in the recent past for you. It could be that maybe you lost someone and now you open your heart to someone new, or but I also feel for many of you, it is the relationship that you have with yourself that has so beautifully improved, which is fantastic because as that happens, we get to see how we sometimes hold ourselves back in life. Okay. Now, in your current space here with the Seven of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles, I feel that some of you are focusing on sort of like, prospective problems, prospective concerns. You might call it logical thinking. And I'm not encouraging you to be illogical, but I feel that for some of you, where you are at the moment, it's like you're seeing a lot of things that doesn't resonate with your soul, that doesn't sit well with you, that doesn't, make you feel very good. Remember also, Scorpio, that you are a water sign and you are an emotional being, and the energy of Scorpio serves a very, very amazing task, really. There's somebody drilling something in the back, sorry about that, or cutting, whatever they're doing. But the energy you, Scorpio, your energy, it's an energy that it's almost like a cleansing energy. For those of you that work with crystals, for example, you would normally know that darker crystals absorb negative energy. So this is smoky quartz, even though it looks quite light, but it's sometimes quite dark, or you get like the black stones, very dark, maybe very dark, 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 dark blue stones, some brown ones. They normally absorb negative energy, which help other people feel better. But obviously, it's very important if you work with darker crystals that you also cleanse them regularly, because they take on all that negativity like a sponge. And everybody's doing fantastic, but then sometimes, the crystal itself still need a bit of TLC. And you very much like that as well. So sometimes, Scorpio, you take on the negative energy that other people have, and it's almost like it's almost like you're the shield of protection, and but then you sit with it. And so I feel that sometimes, or where you are now especially, you might be looking at a lot of things, problems, things like that. And a good question to always ask is, if this is not my energy, if this is energy that I've taken on, I'm willing to release it. Really protect your energy, And I'm a Reiki master, so I'm sending you some love right now. I'm sending you some beautiful love right now. And if you want to, you can just place your hand on your heart and accept it for yourself. And even if you want to, give the universe an action that says, yes, I'm on board, yes, I agree, then you can also go ahead and click the like button in agreement to accepting the light that, that I'm sending to you, if you would like to accept that. Okay. I can take my own hand off my heart now. But yeah, so there might be a little bit of doubt going on here at the moment for you, Scorpio, a bit of self-doubt. Can I do it? Do I have what it takes to go forward? Isn't it, there's a big question here, almost like, isn't it safer to just stay here, not to do anything, but to just stay here and to just not really do anything right now? Let's just stay here. It's sort of safe here. It's sort of cool here. But for many of you, you will find that it's almost like you're experiencing some kind of discord where you are at the moment, because it is actually time to move from this space. Also, the other thing that I want to mention to you, especially if you maybe say you started to work on personal development, self-improvement, spiritual work, it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it benefits your well-being, whether it's of religious nature, of a traditional nature, it doesn't really matter. But a lot of times when we consciously sort of commit and focus and start going for something that's more to our benefit, and focus on a much better sort of way of living, what happens a lot of times, Scorpio, is that you start to see the things in your life that are not going well, and you see the potholes and the bad things, and the negative things and the terrible things and all those sort of things. um, The thing to remember in a space like that, though, is that a lot of times the problems that you see in your life, or the shortcomings, or the areas that maybe need some love and some improvement and things like that, those areas have generally always been there. It's only now that you're aware of it. So remember, this is almost like, when let's say, for example, you'd like to maybe, maybe shed some body weight, like some pounds or some kilograms. And then sometimes we kind of want to attack the body. We want to almost starve the body, and all those type of things. But if your focus, for example, is rather say maybe on being how healthy can I become, how how can I maybe improve my sense of vitality, my energy, that sort of thing. It's a very different way of approaching the same sort of thing. And I want to encourage you to to sort of take that same approach for yourself over here, okay, over here in this space. But some of you are feeling stuck at the moment, and you are feeling almost like it's a very confusing sense, maybe, because it's almost like that understanding that you must go forward. You kind of feel and know and understand that you must go forward. But in the same token, it can also be, um, sorry, in the same token, it can also be very sort of daunting in a way. Okay. Um, but there's also change coming about. And here's the thing that you want to know, Scorpio. Here with the Hierophant and the Two of Pentacles over there. As soon as you can, where you are right now, so you are seeing the things, the areas of improvements, the things that are not sitting well with you, and all those sort of things. As soon as you can open yourself to the idea that, you know, it is it's time to take some action or to move forward, to be proactive in all those type of things. When you can say that, but also come from a space of, I'm not sure what it is that I'm supposed to do, but I'm open to maybe a different way to sort of like the plan or the way that I committed to, and almost not budging at the moment. When you can actually do that for yourself, that is when things can change for you phenomenally. All right. And so that is where the change can come about for your change in finances. There was already a beautiful emotional breakthrough. So the emotional alignment that was required, I feel that has already taken place for you there in the recent past. And that is one of those spaces where sometimes we're experiencing maybe a situation or circumstances that is part of a fantastic blessing, but it doesn't feel like a blessing at that particular point in time. Um, but that is actually where all that good things started for you. So don't worry yourself too much about the perceived lack and limitations and maybe what other people have to say and all that type of space. Remember, in life, you are really only accountable to yourself, because at the end of the day, I feel that a person's responsibility is really to look after yourself, to take the best care of yourself that you possibly can. And that also means taking care of your health, your nutrition, your hydration, your sleep, your mindset, your emotional, balance, all those sort of things. Okay. And then, because this is the fantastic thing, so also what I want you to know is that whatever's happening in the current spaces, challenges are not going to last for you, Cancer. Even if there are people in your life that are maybe not having your best interest at heart, they somehow just disappear, because look at what's coming towards you. You've got the World, you've got the Four of Cups, and you've got the Six of Cups. And I feel that for some of you, there's an energy here, there's a space here, with this change also, with somebody that maybe wants to come towards you and, maybe try their shenanigans out on you in future. Um, and whatever energy you're dealing with over here, which could be a person or a situation, I feel that for many of you, you're sort of dealing with, I suppose you can call it played out energy, like it played its role, its part, and now it's time to go. And this is also where I feel where this whole contemplation is coming in. Do I stay or do I go? And I feel for many of you, you actually know that it's time for you to go, because you understand that there's a change that needs to take place, that it's time to step forward. But I feel that it takes a lot of courage, and a lot of big changes often in life, they really, really do. Okay. And again, I want to send you healing right from my heart, because we are one, we are connected. Even though I'm in Cape Town in South Africa, and you are wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this reading, you are part of me and I'm part of you. We are all connected, we are all one. Okay. Now let's see we're going to clarify your reading, okay? So we're going to look at the Two of Wands. Oops, so 3 cards came out, 4 cards came out, and all 4 of them came out in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is all in the defense position. The 10 of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay? So let's look at these one by one. So with the Hierophant, this is that same Hierophant that we are speaking about here. You see in your current energy, right in the middle of your energy, clarifying for you over there, do I come, do you stay, do you go type of energy. In reverse, there's a space here of knowing that it's time to move on, but there's a holding on, there's a hesitation, okay? Also, when I get 4 cards, I always know that it's about balance. It's about perfect balance that's coming about. Knight of Pentacles. You know that it's time to cut somebody off. 10 of Wands, trying to maybe give somebody a second chance, and King of Wands in reverse. I'm not saying that they're not worth it. I will never ever say that. But the question is, does this honor your greatest good? You know, that is always the question that I ask. So we're going to clarify your recent past there. And I want to look at that Ace of Wands over there, you know, to see what that is all about. What is going on over there, please, for that Ace of Wands for Scorpio for the month of September, or, you know, whenever you look at it, it's the right time for you to look at it. If you're interested in learning to read tarot for yourself, I've got a detailed online tarot reading course. There's a link in the description, or I'll post it right after the video is posted. My email address is also over there. You can send me an email if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, or regression hypnosis, or, you know, distance crystal Reiki, or just coaching. All right. Oh, your cards, I just keep on falling out. So 1, 2, and they say this one. Okay. So what do we have? So for the recent past, in the clarifiers, we've got the 9 of Wands, we've got the Hermit, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So, yeah. Something needs to happen here. There's a fire that needs to be ignited within you. Okay, there's your destiny, your soul purpose, your life basically is calling. Okay, give me just a second, please. All right, perfect, thank you. So your life is calling. Your the future is basically calling you. You know, when I say the future, what I mean is, it's almost like you understand that there's something that you need to do in order to get ready, and you may not actually know exactly what it is that you need to get ready for, but you understand that there's something that needs to be done, and it's almost like, you know, it's sort of like pushing you and pulling you, and it's this. There's that emotional little bit of healing, you know, that needed to take place there in the recent past. I'm going to turn these cards of the current space, of the overall space, I'm going to turn them upside down, or on the right way around. And the reason why I'm doing that is I am claiming and I'm affirming, for the greatest good of all, that the energy for you is turned in a way that will serve you optimally. Okay? What else do we have? The Hermit keeps on talking about a break, keeps on talking about you know, the necessity to take the time to heal, to grow, to expand. You know, some of you you're running yourself dry, you're running yourself on reverse, you're exhausting yourself, you're overwhelming yourself, you know, you're overtaxing yourself, you're depleting your energy. And it's not helping you. You know, there in the recent past, there's a break that was necessary over there. And, you know, sometimes, you know, say maybe you fall into like an illness or something like that. Even, you know, maybe, you know, you get like COVID or a bad flu, or, you know, you break your leg or something like that. You know, maybe it's like heavy rains and you can't leave. Maybe you live in a more, I see sort of like an isolated area, almost like a farm, or like maybe like a more country sort of area, where maybe you couldn't drive out. There was like maybe like a river, like a little, like you needed to go over, you know, like it's almost like a little bridge, like this, with only like small little sides, and like a river flowing, like maybe like a brown sort of river water. So if that resonates with you, then there's a message here for you. And with the Page of Pentacles, there is a decision that needs to be made here for your own stability. Maybe you financially supporting someone else, or their impact on your life has an effect on your finances and your well-being and that sort of thing. And you're being called to, have been called in the recent past to move away from that, because with that Ace of Wands, that opening of emotions, that heart sort of center, and I feel the relationship that you have with life, because you are life and life is you, that is expanded in a beautiful way. And as a result of that, there's also some new ideas. So maybe you want to do something, new over here. And, look at this, even with your overall energy with this Knight of Pentacles, it was in reverse, and this King of, this Page of Pentacles. So there's maybe something that you started here in the recent past or thought, what, I can do this. I can actually really do this. Let's turn this around to affirm it for you. And sometimes we say, I can do this. I can rock at this. I can really do this really, really well. But then, we wake up the following day and we start thinking of all the problems and, this is the world and etc., etc., etc. And then sometimes we don't actually move forward. We sort of get stuck. But then remember that as you focus on that future and you got sort of like excited and passionate about it, you started to create that in energy, and now it's available for you. And life understands that you really wanted it. So life lets you know that it is available for you. Okay. Let's look at this Two of Pentacles in your in your current space. Are you all seeing this? So you've got the Chariot, the Magician, and the Star. This is really powerful energies. This is all energies of moving forward. Okay, so why are you ready to make this change here in your current space? Why is now the time for you to make this change? Why are you ready right now? What is so special about right now, that you can move forward? And what we really have here for you, Scorpio, this is a space where I feel that, and this is quite interesting, because this is a thing that a lot of people always complain about when it comes to Scorpio energy. They'll be like, oh, they don't care, and they always just want to do their own thing, etc., etc., etc. And they're so dark and they're so negative and things like that. But I feel that for many of you, you're really very much in control of your energy at the moment. You've got a, everybody else might not get this, and maybe you're standing in your power so strongly that it's sort of like intimidating to others. But this is a space where I feel that you have got a brilliant relationship with your light side and a brilliant relationship with your dark side. And when we have that, this is when we're in this fantastic space where we can literally create miracles for ourselves. Because with the Magician over here that you have, this is a space of obviously new beginnings, of creating new. And again, remember, Scorpio, that you are a emotional being. You work best with your feelings. You are a water sign. So focus on what it is that you do want. And that is why that rest was necessary over there, because I feel for some of you also that you might have had something really amazing that came your way, like a blessing, that really can push you forward. And maybe you really wanted to include other people in that as well, and there might have been a very, powerful but not necessarily enjoyable lesson that you needed to learn, okay? But now you're in a space, know that you can create anything that you want to have right now, and also know that the universe is it's so 100% on board for you at the moment, okay? I want to look at this world and the energy that's coming towards you for the prospective outcome. What are these cards? Again, 4 cards of 5 cards are falling out. That's amazing. So, oopsie, quite a number of them. And 5 is also, and as you would see, there's 5. There's the Hierophant. There was the other 5 with the other Hierophant in reverse. 5s are a lot about, it's about new beginnings. If you look at 5 in numerology, it's about new beginnings. If you look at 5 in angel numbers, it is that point where we sometimes, say, I'm feeling stuck, and the universe says, I get that you're feeling stuck, but also know that there's a wonderful plan that is already being worked out for you, okay? When you look at these cards from the back to the front, the 10 of Swords, there's a release that's taking place over here, for you. Try not to hold on to things and to people. I feel that still there's some of you that are trying to almost like trying to do your best, maybe to still support others, maybe feeling a lot of pain that others won't be walking the path with you. But remember, the path isn't really always for everyone. Okay, Page of Wands. There we go again. So remember, we had where was that? We had that somewhere. Let me just see. Was it the Page of Pentacles? Can't remember. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Where you at? There we go. Page of Pentacles. All right. And here we've got the Page of Wands in the energy coming towards you. So again, the Page of Pentacles there in your overall energy, there is a actually started there in the recent past. There's that idea that maybe I can do something different. I feel going forward, you actually aligning with that idea. So you may have felt that, "Oh, I don't know if I can do it," but know that you can do it and know that you've got absolutely everything it takes to make your dreams come true. Okay. Eight of Swords, don't doubt yourself. King of Cups, oh, okay. And the Six of Cups again. And also we have got the Six of Cups here also. So we're looking at, remember, your prospective outcome for your energy. So you might be dealing also, and it's interesting, I was thinking to myself, is there nothing going to come through for romance in this reading? You may have been dealing with someone who might have been somewhat immature. But I do also feel in some ways that you are actually somewhat immature as well, Scorpio, and that you have both grown, and that maybe, if you were time apart from someone, that separation was necessary for both of you, actually. Okay. I also want to clarify the Six of Cups in the energy coming towards you to see what this is about. To say just one card. Okay, so Seven of Wands, spiritual growth, emotional growth. There's growth that is taking place for you, beautiful growth as you are going forward. Okay, what is at the bottom of the deck? The Four of Cups, more balance, improved relationship with others. If that has maybe been a challenge for you. Let's look at what are maybe some of the the things that can catch up with you, the dark sides, the things that can creep up in you, the things that go boom in the night. Let's see what some of those things are. And I'm just going to draw you one card for that. Spirit guides and guardian angels, please guide my hands. It came right out. The Ten of Pentacles. This is exactly the same card that came out for Cancer. Again, there's similarities here in this reading. Strong similarities between these two. Now, you're going to have the opportunity to ask those three questions that I spoke about, Scorpio. So, any three questions? Oh yeah, we were still speaking about love. So, somebody might be coming back. I did say that, right? Yeah, I did say that. And you might say that, oh, I don't want them back because, because. But I also feel that you're dealing with somebody that might have changed quite a lot, Whereas maybe you left them because of the immaturity, and maybe that was like a big stumbling block for the two of you guys in your connection. You're dealing with somebody who's changed. Their personality is different. And remember, sometimes we say, oh, they will never change. But remember, if you can change, then others can change too. Okay? Oopsie. I'm not supposed to do that, am I? Okay, I'm going to shuffle them again. So let's ask your questions. Put them back inside. So question number one, please. Question number one, we have got a year from now. Again, Cancer got this. And I think they actually got it as a first card. Number two, question number two. Helpful people. So you're not alone. Know that you're not alone, okay? And number three. How wonderful. Big, happy changes. All right. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. I hope that helps. May it serve your life in divine, beautiful ways. Take what resonates. And, as I said, if you want to have a personal reading, or you want to have regression hypnosis, you want to have distance Reiki, or crystal Reiki, actually, because I combine crystal healing and Reiki, simply drop me a mail. My email address is down below in the description. We can set up a time for you. I appreciate all of you subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, I would appreciate you, subscribing. But from my heart, namaste, love and light. See you all next time. Bye, Scorpio.